Have you ever had one small thing ruin your entire mood? Someone says something the wrong way. You get ignored. A message doesn't get answered. Things don't go according to plan. And suddenly, your emotions start rising. Your heart beats faster. Your thoughts become louder. You feel angry, hurt, anxious, or overwhelmed. And in that moment, you may say something you regret, send a message you wish you could take back, or make a decision based on temporary emotions. But what if you could stop that emotional spiral before it takes control of your day? You do not need to become emotionless. You just need a few small actions that help you pause, reset, and respond with more control. So, when your emotions are rising, do these 5 things first. The first thing to do is simple. Stop talking. Just for 10 seconds. When emotions are high, we often do not speak from clarity. We speak from anger, pain, fear, or insecurity. And one emotional sentence can create a problem that lasts much longer than the emotion itself. You may say, I don't care. You may say, leave me alone. You may say something harsh just because you feel hurt. Then later, when you calm down, you realize that those words were not really what you meant. So when you feel yourself getting emotionally overwhelmed, do not immediately explain yourself. Do not defend yourself. Do not attack the other person. Pause. Take 10 seconds. If you need to, say, I need a moment before I respond. That is not weakness. That is emotional strength. Not every comment deserves an instant response. Not every argument needs to be solved in the heat of the moment. Not every message needs to be answered while you are upset. Sometimes silence is not avoidance. Sometimes silence is self-control. Remember this, your emotions deserve to be felt, but they should not always be allowed to speak for you. The second thing you need to do is name the emotion. Most people say, I'm in a bad mood. But what does that actually mean? Are you angry? Are you disappointed? Are you feeling rejected? Are you jealous? Are you stressed? Are you hurt? Are you afraid that you are not enough? The more clearly you understand your emotion, the less power it has over you. For example, instead of saying, I'm angry, try saying, I feel hurt because I expected more. Instead of saying, I'm overthinking, try saying, I feel uncertain and I'm afraid something will go wrong. Instead of saying, I don't care, try saying, I care too much, and that is why this hurts. Sometimes anger is just pain wearing armor. Sometimes jealousy is insecurity asking for reassurance. Sometimes anxiety is your mind trying to protect you from a future that has not even happened yet. Your emotion is not always the enemy. It may be trying to tell you something, but there is a difference between listening to your feelings and allowing them to control your actions. So the next time your emotions rise, ask yourself, what am I really feeling right now? That one question can move you from reaction mode into awareness mode, and awareness gives you choices. The third thing to do is change your physical state. When people feel emotionally overwhelmed, they usually stay in the same place and keep thinking. They scroll through old messages. They replay conversations in their head. They imagine the worst possible outcome. They check someone's profile. And without realizing it, they keep feeding the emotion. But when your body is tense, your mind will often believe that you are in danger. That is why you should not try to solve everything only with thoughts. First, help your body calm down. How? Stand up. Walk into another room. Get some fresh air. Drink cold water. Wash your face. Relax your shoulders. Unclench your jaw. Take slow breaths. Try this. Breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Breathe out for 6 seconds. Repeat this 5 times. You do not have to fix your entire life in that moment. You do not have to figure out every answer. You only need to create enough space for your nervous system to settle. A 2-minute walk may not solve the problem, but it can stop you from becoming the problem. And sometimes that is exactly what you need. The fourth thing is very important. Do not make permanent decisions during temporary emotional storms. When you are angry, you may want to end a relationship. When you are sad, you may feel like nobody cares about you. When you are anxious, you may believe that everything is about to fall apart. When you are insecure, you may compare yourself to everyone and forget your own value. But emotions are real without always being accurate. What you feel in a difficult moment matters, but it does not always tell the full story. So create a rule for yourself. When I am emotionally flooded, I do not send the message, I do not make the final decision, and I do not destroy something important. If you want to send an angry text, write it in your notes first. Do not send it yet. If you want to quit your job, wait until you have slept, eaten, and thought clearly. If you feel like cutting someone off, give yourself time to separate facts from feelings. This does not mean you should ignore red flags, tolerate disrespect, or stay in unhealthy situations. It simply means you should make important choices from clarity, not chaos. Because when emotions are intense, we often look for relief. But relief is not always the same as the right decision. The fifth and most powerful thing is to ask yourself, what do I need right now? Not, why are they doing this to me? Not, why does this always happen? Not, what is wrong with me? Instead ask, what do I need in this moment? Maybe you need rest. Maybe you need food. Maybe you need to put your phone away. Maybe you need a short walk. Maybe you need to talk to someone you trust. Maybe you need to cry. Maybe you need to set a boundary. Maybe you need to stop chasing an answer from someone who is not ready to give one. You do not always need to fix every emotion. Sometimes you just need to support yourself while you feel it. Tell yourself, this is hard, but I can handle this moment. I do not need to react immediately. My feelings are valid, but I can choose my actions. I may not have all the answers right now, but I can take one healthy step. That is self-respect. That is emotional maturity. And the more you learn to support yourself in difficult moments, the less control temporary emotions will have over your life. So the next time your emotions begin to rise, remember these 5 things. First, stop talking for 10 seconds. Second, name what you are truly feeling. Third, calm your body before trying to calm your thoughts. Fourth, do not make big decisions while you are emotionally overwhelmed. And fifth, ask yourself, what do I need right now? You cannot always control what you feel, but you can control what you do next. Your anger is not your identity. Your anxiety is not your future. Your sadness is not the whole truth about your life. You are allowed to feel deeply without letting your emotions control every word, decision, and relationship. And sometimes one small pause is all it takes to protect your peace. If this video helped you, comment, pause before reaction, because that one small pause could save you from one big regret.